everybody, it's Donna from Magic Hour Cross Stitch Supplies, and we're here today for a video I've been looking forward to doing for a long time, and it is my WIP parade. Today I'm going to show you just what I think of as my current WIPs, which means that they're ones I'm working on now or recently. I do have a pile in a cupboard of old WIPs, and maybe we can look at those another day. But these ones are more or less current, and I'm just going to show you what I'm working on. So this is the fun part of what we do. So, and a lot of these I haven't looked at for a while, so I don't even know what's in here. So let's see what they are together. Okay, and these are some bags my sister made for me, though, a little while back. So thank you, Judy. I use them all the time. Let's see what this is. This is some fabric for future. Actually, these are both fabric for future, and I don't even know. Oh, yeah, these are the butterflies in the DMC cross stitch book. So it's all kitted up with fabric and everything. I haven't actually started. So that's one. This one, there's actually two in here. This was a Sal that I did at pretty much the beginning of the pandemic. This is November 13th. It's Serena's birthday. Happy birthday, sweetie. So I finished the Sal, but I thought it needed a border, which I haven't actually done yet. But the Sal is complete. There it is. Together strong. Really liked it. I loved the design. It was pretty simple. So that's Creatively Stitching. You'll find her on Facebook. So thanks, Amanda. It was a great pattern. She put that pattern out in support of mental health, especially during the pandemic. So that was a good idea. So well done. Okay, and I also have in here the Peacock Garden from Linens and Threads Sal. That was from 2019. So I finished it, and I haven't quite finished the border, but I finished the pattern. So here it is, the Peacock Garden, Linens and Thread. Now, in this one, I used the peacock. Let's see if I can get a lot closer. That's done in étoile. That's the shiny, glittery new floss. It's not really new anymore, but a lot of people haven't had a chance to try it. If you haven't, get some, because it is beautiful and really easy to work with and really gives some nice shine to your project. I really like it. And I also used, as you could see, I used some variegated and variations. This one is I'm particularly proud of. It's the leaves on this one, that square. It turned out really well. I'm really happy with how that went. But some of the other squares also had some variegation there. So we're going to be doing a video on variegated threads and color change threads to just explore a little bit of how they can be really used to advantage. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I don't know when. We are always so busy, but I love doing the videos. We'll see. Maybe it'll be a podcast. Okay. Next. Ooh, what's in here? I have everything in here. All the threads. This is a bunch of hand-dyed threads I made for myself last time I did fabric, so I couldn't help myself. This is the current Linens and Threads Sal. I really like those, and they're free. If you haven't tried one, look them up, because they're really well made, well done. And these are some of my homemade variegated flosses. I'm really enjoying this. I'm way behind, as you can see. But it's fun to explore the different ways that variegated can be used in a pattern. So, and picking out the colors and everything. There are colors recommended, of course, but I like to go my own way on patterns like this, and so that I can use whatever I like. I use clothespins for holding my fabric pattern to the fabric. This was my outside project during the summer, so that was fun. And that's why it's all self-contained in one little kit, because I just could grab it and go outside to sit and stitch in the summer. Sadly, summer's over, so now I can just put back into regular rotation. Next, I have, let's see what this is. I can't even remember. Oh, this is the Blackwork project. So I've been working on the peppermint purple Blackwork Sal. So you can also look her up. I'm sorry, I can't remember the lady's name, but she does really beautiful blackwork patterns. And I've been really enjoying this. I love doing blackwork. This has been a lot of fun to do. Way behind as usual. You might recognize those butterflies. I did borrow them from another pattern. And I just did the outlines of the butterflies so I could do black work, pick up some of the black work patterns from inside the pattern to do in the wings. So I like to, do some personalization on my pattern. So this is the great big bag of flosses that are candidates for black work squares, because it's a weekly thing. So you need 52 different colors. So I'm having fun picking out the colors of those, trying to go for earth tones there. And we've got one more bag of surprise here. Oh yeah, this one is, this is a small pattern, also one I was doing outside. It's, this is kind of a sample or product stitch. It's just a little heart. We call it broken heart or fractured heart. I can't remember, but anyway, I'm using satins on this one. So I just made a big selection of satin colors to put in there so that when customers come into the shop and say, what do satins look like anyway? I can say this. So, but it's fun. It's an easy little pattern. So you just, once you got the outline done, you can just put in the colors wherever you like. So I like those. It's very low stress stitching. So if I come home really tired, I can pick this one up and enjoy just the stitching without having to follow patterns. So these are some of the satin colors I've got out for that. Plus I got these three more candidates. Actually, there's 4 here. Oh, got stuck on the. So the satins come in way more colors than what you'd think. I think there's 60 altogether. It's a pity that they don't get used more often, because they're really beautiful and they look lovely on patterns, and yet you hardly ever see satins in patterns. So it's nice to see them. It's fun to use. They take a little bit more care than just regular cotton. But it's well worth it. You get a beautiful result with them. And, oh yeah, this is, I belong to Tops. Well, I did when we had meetings and stuff. So I made myself a little cover for the logbook. It could also be a checkbook thing. But this, and I like it. I use it. But I wasn't very happy with the way I put it together. So I was going to do another one for my friend. So I did that. Also didn't like how it went together. But I did like the stitching on it, so I'm trying to take it apart and fix it. But I did some with variegated there, and it's for Nancy. That's just regular stitching. There's some more variegated there. So I do like to use the variegated whenever I get a chance. So I'm going to probably just redo this one, because I should have used a bigger piece of fabric. I don't know why I didn't. And now my actual current one that I'm working on nightly, it's a big one. Here's the picture. It's called the 8 Immortals. I've had this pattern for years beyond count. I'm finally getting to do it, so I'm really happy. It's going well. I started Labor Day weekend, and this is November 13th, as I said. So I've gotten pretty far. This one I'm going to have to move back. I can't see if it's all showing. There we go. Peek. So it's pretty big. I put it on one of my hand-dyed fabrics. This is an 18 count. I actually started it on a 25 count, and I couldn't see it. I'm 61 and my eyes just aren't up to 25 count over 1. So I could have done it if I'd got out my mag light and all that, but I wanted it, it's relaxed time when I'm stitching. So instead of stressing, I went for a bigger pattern, bigger picture. So I'm really enjoying this. You'll notice that I gridded it, even though it's hand-dyed fabric. So this is a risk I chose to take because it's such a large, complex pattern. So what I've done in the past, in this case, is I use a Q-tip and a water. It's going to take a day, a whole day to erase the lines, but it is effective and it doesn't spoil neither the hand-dyed nor bleed into the picture. So it takes a commitment to remove the lines in those circumstances, but it's worth it. I find a hard time stitching a big one without mistakes, without the gridding. So I'm looking forward to working on this weekend. I'm enjoying it very much. And that's, again, the 8 Immortals. And that's it that I'm working on right now. And as I said, I'll show you my older WIPs another time. These are more or less my current WIPs. So thanks for joining us. It's been fun, and I can't wait to show you some of my finishes later. Bye now.